right. Hope you guys are off to an amazing week. So, as most of you know, last week I got to go and spend a day with Ed and some amazing people. You can tell by the hat. We got to talk about the power of one more. So today I just wanted to go over some of the things that we had gone over. So we had a pretty much like a 6-hour mastermind during the day with Ed and a group of people. And then later that night, we all got to go over to Ed's house for a night of dinner and conversation. And the thing that Ed wanted everybody to know was that you can have the best 2023 ever. So today I want to talk about how you can make 2023 your best year ever. And the easiest way to do that is start today. Don't wait until January 1st. Start today. See, if you start today working on your 2023 plan, you will ultimately end 2022 well. You will end this year well if you are planning and doing your plan for 2023. See, Stephanie and I love this time of year because this is the time of year where people tend to slow down. These are the separator months. November and December are the separator months of the successful. Why? Because they know what they do in those 2 months set them up to have a successful year the following year. So you have to ask yourself, what are you going to do today to set yourself up for success tomorrow? So a couple of things that we talked about was what do successful people do and have? Well, they believe that they deserve what they're trying to get. So everything always boils down to thoughts and belief. So the question you have to ask yourself today is, do you truly believe what you want for 2023 will come to pass? If you don't have that burning desire in you, you probably won't get the things that you think about having. So you have to turn that thought into a desire. And see, the thing that successful people do is they believe that they get it. You know, they have confidence, faith, and then they take intention, and then they associate with the right people to bring them to that. So the things you have to look about in yourself is, do I have the faith and the belief in myself that I can have these things? Then the next thing you have to look about is, do you have the intentions set? Are you intentionally moving yourself daily towards the things that you want? And then thirdly, are you associating with the right people that are building and pushing you to that? Or are you allowing the people around you to hold you back and drag you down and make you less than who you were designed to be? Next thing that you need to do to have a successful year is bring people around you that have great intentions for you. So what you need to do is you need to take an inventory of the people that you surround yourself with and go, are these people going on the same path as me? And the same path doesn't mean, are they going towards the same goals as you? The question is are they continually growing? Are you surrounding yourself with people that are growing or people that are staying the same? Because if you take a look at the 5 people closest to you, it's almost guaranteed that you will have and be at the same place they are next year. One way to build the people up around you is to look for people's giftedness and point it out to them. You know, said, take a look at people and find the Jesus in them. Why is that? Because God created everybody to be an individual, and that individualism is found, and the perfectness in them is found through Jesus. So when you are looking into somebody, point out the giftedness, the special things about them. You know, things that you should say to them is, let me tell you about you. And then tell them what you know to be true about them. This will build a great relationship, and it will help people draw closer to you and help build and push you further than you thought you could ever go. Next, you need to intend to be amazing. You know, do you wake up in the morning and tell yourself, I'm going to be awesome. Today is going to be amazing. Everything that happens to me is in God's will, and I am accepting that. If you start your day off that way, things will work towards good. But the other thing is, you have to understand that if those are your thoughts, the enemy is going to come against you. So you have to be strong in your resolve to know that today is going to be amazing, regardless of what comes to me. Said, your intention is your setup. Your intention will lead to an ability, which means if you are attending and you are intending to do good and you are intending to find the good in people and you are intending to make things happen, eventually what will happen is those things will come to you. Your confidence needs to be linked to your intention, not your ability. See, when you get started in this business, your intention is great, but your ability is low. So if you constantly link your confidence to your ability or lack of ability, you will struggle and get frustrated. If you connect your confidence to your intention and that you are getting better and you are going to become better, then you will continue to grow and you will continue to see fruits of the things that you do. Again, association matters. This is the piece where you have to understand that you can be around everybody. Just make sure that you're not taking everything from everybody. You can take the good from people and ignore the bad. There's an opportunity everywhere with everyone that you meet. And then when you take a look at that opportunity, look for the good in it and pass on the things that don't serve you. So you can take a look at all of the associations around you, all of the opportunities around you, and look for the things that serve what your goal is for next year. The number one hindrance of people when they're looking at what they're going to try and accomplish next year is they have a fear of not achieving their potential. I know that I still worry about losing everything every day because of the fact that we've been in that position. When you're in that position, that becomes one of the driving factors. So your fear, you need to allow it to motivate you and push you through to the next level. Don't allow it to cause you to freeze and not accomplish the things that you want to. A lot of people don't have things happen for them because they're afraid of achieving. So take a look at what you're talking about to yourself. Are you saying things that are positive, that are building yourself up? Are you overcoming your fear with your thoughts, words, and actions? Because when you do that, it will push you through and you will see that your fear is nothing but a lie that they tell you to keep you back. And the other thing is stop worrying about what other people think. The fear of what other people think tends to control more people than people are actually out doing and achieving. So you have to take a look at, do you let the things that people say about you or say to you dictate the level of success that you're going to have? Take inventory of what happened this year. Go back and look at the things that people said and see if they changed the way that you did things for the year. And then promise yourself that moving forward into next year, you're not going to allow that to happen. Other thing that successful people do for a year is they exhibit an extreme level of keeping their emotions in control. See, the problem with emotions is they throw you into a tailspin when logic dictates that there's no reason for it. So you have to take inventory of your emotions and how you respond to things to see if it's harming you or if it's allowing you to overcome things. You have to have more than most people do emotionally controlled. Why? Because the people that are able to keep their emotions in check are the ones that become the leaders, because when things start happening around them, they don't panic and fall apart. They take inventory of the things that are going on, they assess it, and then they move forward. So today, take a look at your emotions and see how they're impacting you for this year. And if they impacted you negatively, look at what you can do differently over these next 2 months to set you up for emotional success for 2023. And then the other thing that you have to do is, guys, you have to have an incredible vision for your year. You have to create new spaces within your year for you to walk into. That is why visions and dreams and dream boards are so important, because what you're doing is you're creating a space of things that have never existed for you before for you to walk into. If you don't have dreams, and if you don't visualize your goals, and if you don't visualize the things that you want, you don't have the space to achieve them. So what you need to do is you need to take a look at what you want to accomplish next year, write it out. And then if there's something visual, a sticker, a picture, something that you can associate that to, put it around where you can see it, because it will create the space necessary for you to have it. You need to replace your memories and history of what happened in the last years with imagination and a future for you to have. See, one of the biggest differences between humans and the rest of the animal kingdom is that humans have the ability to dictate their future. We have the ability to course correct and to adjust and to dream, where animals go on animal behavior. They have a set pattern in their DNA that they constantly follow. They're not going to decide one day that I'm just going to be an herbivore when they're a carnivore. They just isn't a part of who they are. But you as a human have the ability to look at your past and change your decision for how your future is going to be, and you can go out and do that. The problem is that if you live out of your memory and your history, you will wither away and die. So think about that. Think about the guy from high school who's still living the glory years of being the quarterback, and now he's 50 pounds overweight and he hasn't accomplished anything close to what he has been talking about in high school. He's died to his old self and is stuck in the past. Don't allow that to happen to you. That's why dreams and visions are so important for your life, because they give you something to continue to reach towards, to continue to grow towards, and to continue to strive to get. And that's what we want for you in 2023. You are supposed to be the one in your family that changes everything. If you haven't made that decision for yourself, take a look and take time to understand that everything can change with you. Have you made the decision that the things in your past, the things in your family tree, the things that you don't like about your history and your family stops with you? So the things that you can do is say, things here are going to change. Things are going to be different. Those generational things in my family end with me, and I will not pass those on to my children. The number one thing that you could do for your children is to go out and be the example of what it is you tell them to go and do each day. You tell them they can be anything. Are you acting and living like you can be anything? You tell them to go out and make good decisions. Are you going out and making good decisions? See, the things that you can do is you can turn around everything in your life by making the decision today that it stops with me, and from now on, we're going to be going in this direction. So make the decision and then act. Guys, 2023 has the ability to be the best year that you've ever had. But guess what? 2022 doesn't have to end on a slow note. You can accelerate everything today by taking the things that you learned today and applying them now, as opposed to waiting until next year. So guys, go out, take what you've learned, listen to the replay, take the notes, and apply it to what you're doing now to finish out the year strong. And then 2023 has no chance, because you will crush it. Go out and make it an amazing day, and I'll see you here again next time.